Oscar Mike Radio is a proud podcast partner of Wreaths Across America Radio, heard every Thursday at 11 a.m. and Sunday at 8 a.m. Eastern. They're also big supporters of the nonprofit I Got Your Six, Two Lives at Once. And with every wreath you sponsor through Oscar Mike Radio, $5 goes back to this great organization dedicated to making a difference in the lives of veterans, law enforcement, firefighters, and first responders battling PTSD. Two Lives at Once. pairs these brave men and women together with dogs rescued from kill shelters. In this way, 2 lives are saved at the same time by saving each other. Donate now. Go to wreathsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio to help. That's wreathsacrossamerica.org/Oscar Mike Radio.
There was peace unknown. I set out to get you with a fine-tooth comb. I was soft inside. There was something going on.
Monotony. It comes in all shapes and sizes. Dull, tedious, just plain boring. But what is this? A contender, perhaps? Something unboring by the looks of it. Jabs right at dull, an uppercut to tedium, something that keeps you on your toes, keeps your head on a swivel, a knockout punch to your old, boring workouts. Welcome to Fight Camp.
Shawn Knyte said, hold on, give me a second. Taking a moment. Up in the ropes.
He wants to go slow. Baby wants a nap.
And Sigma took the bait. Shawn Knyte on the outside now. Slides back in underneath Sigma. Pulls him down for a quick pin. No, rolls him through. There's slap across the face.
Can anybody out there hear me? Hear me?
Get ready! Woo! We are on tour, and we're doing it better than anybody else alive. Now, Buddy Landell, it's so hard for me to sit back here in this studio looking at a guy out here hollering my name when last year I spent more money on Spilt liquor.
Yeah, every bar's holy, straight divinity. Great stability with ancient wizardry. God goes writing on the page after I prayed, he visits me. My frame is spiritually plateauing when angels lifted me.
Welcome to Turnbuckles and Spilt Liquor Podcast. I'm your host, Lito, with my co-host, Sinista1. We got another special guest tonight. Why you laughing at me, man?
Because you was fucking with me on the cashews, bro, before we went live.
Nah, Shawn had your back, though. He said, nah, you know what I'm saying? Young dudes eat it, too. I was like, boy, you over there eating it just like an old nigga, like an uncle, eating them cashews. Oh, man, no. We got a special guest tonight, y'all. CPW's world champion, Shawn Knyte. What's up with you, brother?
I'm doing great. Feeling awesome, man. How y'all doing tonight?
Good, man. We good, bro. I am an advocate for mental health, so you know what I mean? One of the things that I always do, bro, is check on our people when we come on here, man. I just want to check on you, see if you had to put a number on where you are today, 1 to 10. You know what I'm saying? As far as your mental wellness, what would you say?
I'm at a 10, honestly.
Word.
I feel great. Hit the gym today. Got some good eats today. Had a great day, honestly. Yeah, all around.
That's what's up, man. What about you, Senator? Where you at today?
Me right now, I'm at a 8. You know, as you saw, people who follow me in my posts, I picked up something in my tire, and now I got to get it blew 2 tires out, so I got to.
Oh, I didn't see that. So that's
yeah,
like, no,
I picked up something
on.
in my tire and blew 2 tires out. You know how it works. I DJ'd all weekend, and I had that money spent. I DJ'd all weekend, so that little bit of money I made, I was like, I already had it spent. Now I got to buy 4 new tires because I just bought this BMW used, and I haven't put tires on it yet. So I'm like, you know what? If I'm buying 2, I might as well just buy 4 and get all the way around and get the alignment done. So all the money I made from DJing this weekend is just going to go to 4
right
tires
into your
and
car.
alignment. Go right into the car. Easy come, easy go.
Word.
So I'm at an 8 though.
dig
I'm
it.
still good. If you guys saw the videos of me DJing, you do a good job when you can get 80-year-old ladies out to dance with you on the dance floor. That's a
That's
sign
a
of
fact.
a good.
Grandma's
That's a
twerking,
sign
bro.
of a good. She was
Grandma's
out,
twerking.
Grandma
That's
was
crazy
working.
work.
Grandma was working, and she looked. And you, if you see the video, she looked back. I was going low, and she looked back at her friend at the table like, "Yo, I got this young whippersnapper."
Yeah, Grandma was trying to take you home one time.
You see her look back? You saw the video?
I saw the video because you was hype. I said one thing I can say about Sinister, right? He put on a show when he DJ. He come from behind the DJ booth, like he out there with the microphone in the crowd, in everybody's videos.
Yeah,
all in the videos, all in the.
That sound like a lit time.
Yeah, for sure. You look like you had fun, man.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Okay. I said Sinister out there putting it down and dancing with the ladies. The ladies, man.
Oh man.
Dancing with the ladies. I seen that, man. I said, bro, he having a good time. I'm about a 7 today, 7.5. I got a little cold. Just, you know what I mean? Trying to get through it. That's all though, man. Outside of that, I'm straight. I did put up some more figs. You noticed that I had more figs up. Did put up some more figs for sure. I got a problem, bro. Shawn, I got an issue, man. When your fig come out, I need it. I'm just telling you now. So I don't know who you talking to.
Nothing wrong with being a fig fiend. I still got all mine from when I was younger too. So I ain't got none of the newer ones yet, but.
Yo, I'm just saying, when your fig come out, I need two because I like to put one up and I like to take one and you know what I'm saying?
So far, only one I got is this one that I had custom made for my birthday.
Word, that's fire though. That's fire.
Yeah. Some little John my mom's picked up for me. My birthday.
Word. That's what's up, man. Real quick, we want to shout out Ahmed Johnson. Mr. Tony Norris came on last week with us. We had a great conversation. You know what I'm saying? Shout out Tony Norris. And, we had a good one. He said he going to come on for number 2. He said he going to do another one.
Yeah, we do got to shout out, a special shout out. Yo, big shout out to fucking Rico at Hatchet Radio.
Yeah.
Rick
for sure
hooked us up with the interview, and then fucking Rick goes and has a fucking heart attack.
Facts.
And then is in the
hooked
hospital
us up with the interview
weekend.
and then had a heart attack.
Yep. And he's back home, so prayers going out to Rico, who helped us out. But glad to see you still with us. But that's crazy how life
Rick.
can be. This dude was on the show with us last Tuesday. And then here we are on Saturday, like, yo, is this dude, you know what I'm saying? That's crazy about life, man. It's crazy. So,
nah, for real.
Respect your
Rick
time
a good
on
one.
this planet.
Every second of it, man.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
I mean, he said the way he said it happened was crazy, too. I mean, he said he was picking up something heavy, though.
A 15-pound
Sometimes you got to be careful. Yeah.
He said a 15-pound
and he looked like he's small. He ain't really the biggest. So, got to be careful, man, working in them factories. I think he said Amazon or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm cool. That's why I do IT. I ain't with it. For real, bro. They work. You know how they work you in them bro. Real quick, man. I had a factory job. I had to get up every morning at 2:45. Had to be at work at 4:30. Was working 4 to 4. Bro, as soon as you get home, you don't get home till about 5:30. Get settled, get something to eat. Then you got to go to sleep. Crazy.
Nah, for sure. I remember them days when I used to work at Amazon. I started off on a night shift. I used to go in like 5:30 in the afternoon. Used to get out at like 6 in the morning.
Damn.
Yeah, see, no life, no like. They got
Literally
you in there. You
sleeping throughout the entire
everything.
day just to wake up and go right back to work.
Facts. Get up and then you be in there on a forklift all day. Mess around, have to be on the line. Yeah, it's too much, bro. I ain't with it. That's not for me, man. It's another man's dream. I not knocking nobody to do it, but that's just not me. You know what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Yeah, facts. The Prince of Greatness.
Yes, sir.
So tell us, man, a little bit about what got you started in wrestling, bro. Like, you had to watch it from somewhere. How you start, bro?
Honestly, like, I tell everybody, like, those are some of my first memories is just, like, wrestling. My mom, huge wrestling fan. Her favorite is, like, The Undertaker. So, like, she would go to shows with her sisters. My grandmother back in the day, they used to go to New Haven Coliseum, watch shows and stuff like that. And I remember, like, one of my very first shows was at the New Haven Coliseum before they took it down. So, like, Stone Cold, The Rock, DX, all them. Those were, like, my very first memories, watching all of them.
Attitude Era, okay.
Yeah. And growing up, I was just always in love with it, infatuated with it. And I want to say when I was, like, 7, 8 years old, I said I was going to do it. And then eventually, going into high school, I was trying to look for a school that would teach me wrestling, and I couldn't find one close in my area. So I started playing football because I wanted to do something. I wanted to get my hands dirty, get like something like as far as sports done. Eventually, my best friend Jay Onyx, met him at a church. We both went to this church and we were doing camp counseling during the time. We started connecting with each other. And I want to say about a year or two later, we started going to some shows over at PAPW because he had a hookup from one of the owners of PAPW who used to be a security guard at his high school. So he would be giving us tickets to go to the shows and everything like that. We'd be rocking out. We went to about 2-3 shows before we started training. And then the rest is history. Started training as a tag team, debuted as a tag team. And now in the current state, we're still a tag team. Still like we still got like this month we got a couple more shows going on. And then kind of transitioning doing singles as well. Try to branch out more for both of us.
Nice.
Okay. Word, that's what's up, bro. So, who was your favorite wrestler growing up? I know you said your mom, like Undertaker.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you like? Do you have someone that you kind of maybe patent your style, or take a little bit from someone and apply it to yourself?
So as I grew up, my favorite wrestler started jumping. So Pete, I'm 5'8". My dad about like 6'3", 6'4", around that range. So I thought I was gonna get that height. And my favorite wrestlers were like Triple H, Batista. I thought I was gonna be big and brawly like them, but nah.
Yeah.
I ain't get that. That height was thin. So over the years, started looking more at like Rey Mysterio, AJ Styles, Finn Balor, dudes like that. Shelton Benjamin, he's one of my big inspirations too.
Shelton Benjamin from the Hurt Syndicate.
Yes. That's my boy. He's a great dude too. I met him in LA 2 years ago at WrestleMania.
Love Shelton Benjamin. Hate the name. The Hurt Syndicate.
Listen, man, you
They
can't say
should
that
have just
around.
kept the Hurt Business. That was better.
Copyright infringement, man. Can't be doing that.
Or
Jumping companies.
the Hurt, I don't know, something else. Syndicate? The Hurt Mob. The Hurt something. I don't know, bro. Something else. The Hurt Syndicate. I was like, oh. It just don't hit the same. You know what I'm saying?
How you think I felt when Edge turned to Adam Copeland on AEW?
Yeah, had to use his
It didn't feel right, man.
yeah. He had to use his actual name, yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, facts. So, okay, so Ray, Finn, those are the guys that you kind of look at. AJ Styles I love AJ, bro.
Yeah.
How AJ used to wrestle though, like he used to wrestle kind of. He did all the backflips and all that, but then when he came to WWE, he kind of like he's still high flyer, but he just don't do all of that he used to do when he was in TNA and. But
well, that ankle injury was bad that he went through.
Yeah.
That ankle injury. He's never been the same since that injury. So obviously there was more damage than we realize on that injury.
But he didn't miss a step though. He didn't miss.
Mm.
In my opinion, I don't feel like he missed at all.
Nah, even at the age that he is right now, like he's still like moving like he was younger. He just probably not doing as much because, like, you know, as you get older, like this takes a toll on your body. Back then in TNA, he was actually one of the dudes. Like when I started finding out about indie wrestling, my cousin had some wrestling on his TV in like the afternoon. I'm looking at it, I'm like, this ain't SmackDown or Raw. What are you watching? And it was a AJ Styles match. I forget who he was going against, but it was sure enough TNA, and that's the first time I got introduced to like different businesses, and then from there started finding like New Japan and like Ring of Honor and whatnot.
Word.
Nice.
So let's not like go over the fact that you are the the champion, right? You got the belt just sitting right there, just
the elephant in the room.
You know what I'm saying?
The elephant in the room.
Yeah, facts.
That's my baby right there.
Word. When you win the championship, do things change for your mindset? You know, or other goals that you have right now? You set other goals for yourself?
Just to be better every single day. I mean, that's like a goal that I've had. Like even without being a champion, that's a goal that I have. Like I've held like tag team championships and whatnot, but this is my very first singles title. And when I got it, I just felt the need to like really step up for the company, because I've said it in many promos, like I want to be the best CPW champion there has been. There's only been 4. I'm number 4, and I want to just make my run the most memorable. Honestly, I want to. Every time I like sit back and I'm thinking like, oh, I don't feel like going to the gym today. Oh, I'm a little beat up to go to training today, whatever the case may be. I think about that. I think about the people that I'm like doing this for, and then it motivates me more to like, I got to do what I got to do.
Right.
Word. Talk about. I looked at your Instagram, and there was this video that I seen. I was like, oh shit. You was with Abdullah the Butcher.
Oh yeah, Uncle Ab.
What?
That's your uncle?
Yeah, man.
Yo, wait, hold up, for real?
That's your uncle?
So like the first time I met him, I was like real young. I don't remember how old, but we were at my great grandmother's. We were at like something for my great grandmother, and I saw him like sitting down at a table, and I recognized him from like wrestling, and somebody had came up to me and was like, "Yeah, that's Abdul the Butcher, whatever. Like, don't be nervous. Like, go say hi." So I went up to him, whatever the case may be, and then fast forward to last year, my aunt is actually like his caretaker, Queen Malika.
Okay, she was on the show.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Was she? She was up here before?
She was on. They did an episode with him on Dark Side of the Ring, and yeah, she spoke on his behalf because he's sick. He's got some health issues, and she was on the show. Oh shit!
Oh shit!
he takes care of him, like helps him travel around and everything like that.
Yep.
Shout out my uncle, not my uncle, my cousin Issa. He be out here traveling with them and everything too. But yeah, we went down to Atlanta for a family reunion, and he was there as well. Chopped it up with him a little bit, and we like pretty much like got some things lined up. So
he's
No
old
doubt.
school. That's super old school.
Yo,
man.
Abdullah the Butcher was a
yeah,
monster. You hear me?
he's a dog, man.
They
Abdullah
loved him
the
in
Butcher.
Mexico. They loved him in
Hey.
Mexico. Holy crap!
What
Puerto
they say
Rico
back
too.
in the day? Back in the day, they used the same like weapons on each other.
Yeah. Yep.
Like I remember watching him, bro, and I remember him taking a fork to his own forehead.
That signature fork, man.
I was like, yo, I hope I don't ever see this dude anytime. Like I was a kid. I was scared. It was facts. You know what I'm saying? It turned out to be bro's uncle. That's what's up, man.
That's
Wow.
crazy.
That is most definitely crazy, man.
Yeah, so within the next couple months, I should be going down to see him soon. I'll keep y'all updated with that.
Okay.
No
Hell
doubt,
yeah.
bro.
Hell yeah. Damn. That's a
Yeah, I was
legend right there. That's a legend. That's a legend.
He got a
Abdullah
fig.
the Butcher
He got a
is
fig
legend.
coming out. He got his fig. Let me show you, bro. I gotta find his fig, bro. He got a fig that's coming out from Power Town. Because they make figs too. Power Town Wrestling.
Word.
And they got a fig of him. It's so
With the
fire.
fork?
Like
With the fork?
I don't know if he has the fork, bro. But he's bleeding. His forehead's bleeding. It's crazy. It really is crazy, bro. Let's see, Abdullah.
Yeah, that's wild. That is wild. I would have been freaking out, man. Especially if I know wrestling. If I was at the cookout and I seen him, I'd have been like, what? What? That's some
See if y'all can see
craziness.
that. You might not be able to see it.
We can see it. Oh shit, that's a nice one. Oh, got the throw over too. The towel.
Yep. The towel. His forehead bleeding.
Oh yeah, that's tough.
Yeah.
Remember his match with Sabu?
It say out of stock.
Oh,
And he does have the fork. The fork's in his hand.
Of course. it's
And
out of stock.
he has a head sculpt of the fork in his mouth.
Word. That's dope.
Fire. And it's out of stock.
Of course. He's a legend, bro. There's some people that are low key they're low key
That
legends.
thing just
man.
came out, yo.
Yeah, that's a low key legend to have. You know?
That mean I gotta find it in the back. I gotta holler at some people. That's crazy. That's nuts, man. Word, Abdullah the Butcher.
So you're proud, you're real happy about this belt that you got, but originally we actually had Shawn scheduled to come on this show a while back. I think it was around the time of WrestleMania. So, but you actually suffered an injury. We're gonna talk about injuries in wrestling in a little bit more detail later on when we get to WWE. But you actually had suffered a concussion, and you was kind of down when I reached out to you because we were all hyped you was gonna come on, and then you was like, bro, I got an injury, I got a concussion, and I got to take some time off, and explain that, because that's always going to be a scary thing when you put your heart into something like this that you're doing right now, and then you end up getting an injury that could effectively change the trajectory of your career. What was that like?
Well, it was my first concussion, so like I always say, like, it's first time for everything.
Okay.
Luckily, it wasn't during like a show or anything like that. It was during training. My boy, he was practicing moonsault, and he like over rotated where he landed on my head, like his thighs landed on my head. So, obviously got like the mean headache.
Yeah.
And he immediately asked me how many fingers he was holding up. I told him the correct number, and then I just rolled out of the ring. I was fine up until I sat down in the chair outside the ring because
okay.
I picked up my phone. I cannot remember picking up my phone. I just had it in my hand. And then I started talking to him, and in the middle of us talking, the whole him doing a moonsault and landing on my head just left my brain, and I was like, what just happened?
Mm-hmm.
And so that's when the symptoms of the concussion started coming into play. And I had texted my girl as well and forgot that I had dropped her off at her aunt's house beforehand. I thought she was at home. She told me she's at her aunt's house. I was like, why are you over there? Like, I thought you were at home. And then things started coming back to me. That was the first time I ever, like, forgot what day it was, too. So, like, that's when I was like, yeah, I really need to, like, take a break for a little bit. But I went to the doctors. They told me to take about, like, 5 weeks off. So I was just at home chilling for, like, a good month or so. And honestly, a lot of people will say that it's, like, a bad thing that I got the concussion. I think everything happens for a reason, and during that time, I needed that space to really like calm down from everything, including wrestling. Literally a couple days before that, I had just moved. Me and my girl had just moved into our apartment, and I had like just was doing a lot for wrestling, and like a lot of things were just like on my brain at the time. So being able to just sit back and just relax for a month and really take in everything around me, settle into like going to a transition of a new life, pretty much. I saw it more as a blessing, more as a lesson, just reevaluating what I've done in wrestling and when I get back, what I want to do. And afterwards, literally, I had the concussion for 2.5 weeks. And then 2 weeks after that, went to the doctors. They cleared me. I started going back to training, and I felt great. I started back in the gym, training. I had like 2 shows that week when I came back, and I just felt better than when I left.
Rico's in the chat. Rico the Terrible. He said, damn, man, I'm sorry to hear you got a concussion. That's rough as hell. Hope you're mending. You're much better. He's like, damn, that could stick around for years. So, yeah, sometimes they can. So, thank you, Rico. Hope you're doing well, Rick. Damn, man, bro got a heart attack, and he in here watching the show. That's some shit right there, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you, Rick. I hope you're doing well, man.
Yeah, that's some shit right there. Thank you, Rick.
If you want me to, man, you know what I mean? Let me know who your man is that did that. I go put his ass in the headlock, man.
Nah, he took care of me.
Oh, okay. Just making sure.
Make sure I got home safe. Like, put the little like blue light or whatever it was on my phone, so that way it's like not like too in my face. Or
okay.
Like
Right.
He made sure I was good. I mean, my
he took
water
care of you.
bottle.
Okay. All right. I was gonna say, like, pull up to the damn gym and start asking questions. Yo, where you at?
I mean, if you was trying to take me out the game, I'm still here. So it's gonna take more than just that. You feel me?
Nah,
I ain't going nowhere.
I can dig it.
Nice.
What you got coming up, man? You got anything coming up?
I got 2 shows this weekend, actually. Blood, Sweat, and Tears. I'm going to be debuting my singles career over there. I've only been in tag team matches for the past, I want to say like 4 years that we've been doing Blood, Sweat, and Tears since like they started up. I've only done tag matches over there. I've never done any singles matches. So this Friday, I'm finally going to be going into singles. So I've been getting prepared for that. And then I'm going to be at, I'm sorry. company NAW over, and I believe we're going to be in Massachusetts on Saturday. Tag team match debuting over there. So big things coming up. And then
that's what's up.
Next week I have Proving Ground, I believe, also in Massachusetts. I just came back from Canada on Sunday. I had that on Sunday. That was my second time up in Canada.
Word.
Really?
How was that?
It was awesome. Being able to just travel, like I love traveling. So being able to travel outside the country, get to see, a refreshing perspective on the world is always cool. Went up there and I was in a scramble match. Jay Onyx was actually in there with me too. He got thrown in last minute. But
what's a scramble match? What does that entail?
So it's just like 5 or more men in a match.
Okay.
So
all singles? All singles? All
singles, yeah.
Okay.
Kind of like a is it a pinfall or over the top?
Pinfall or submission.
Okay.
But yeah, quick side note, I am undefeated in Canada. No, I did not win my last match, but I was not pinned. So I'm still
it wasn't your fault.
It wasn't my fault.
If you wasn't pinned, it's not your fault. Especially if you're like a fatal 5, 6, 7, whatever.
Exactly.
Wait, if I'm not pinned, I didn't lose. He lost.
Exactly.
Facts. Period.
So I'm undefeated in Canada.
That's what's up, man. So go ahead, bro.
I was gonna ask, Canada, it's a much different style of wrestling up there, as we know. We know all the people who've come out of Canada and out of the
Yes, sir. Some heavy hitters.
Did you immediately see the difference up there when you got up there? Because I feel like that's something when you get up there, you see it, you know it. It's a different type up there.
A bit of a difference, not too heavily. Honestly, like I see a difference in how a bunch of people were brought up and trained, not just like in different countries, but even like here in the Northeast, like just going and training with different camps. Everybody has like their own little style, their own little like spice to what they do, Right. So yeah, I definitely keep it up in Canada too.
Yeah, because like here in Massachusetts, down in the South Shore, we got a lot of people getting trained by, Spike Dudley and those guys. So you're getting a certain style out of Spike Dudley. And then, with the explosion of, being blessed here in New England, we have that explosion of the WWE ID program. So we're seeing a lot of people come up and get picked up through that WWE ID program. And, for you, you're a guy that's coming up. You've already got the belt. And you're coming into this sport at a time where you didn't have all these avenues. You had to be truly blessed to get into professional wrestling. But now with all these avenues of the Tubi show, Evolve, LFG, all of these avenues, not just with WWE, you've got all these avenues with AEW, GCW is now on the scene, and they're bringing, the sky is kind of the limit for you. So you really got to be on your grind and be going and trying out all these different places. And I see, like you said, this weekend, you're doing 2 different promotions this weekend. So, I'm pretty sure you're aware that this avenue, there's more avenues now. I'm sure you're aware of that.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially like when the ID program was announced, I was stoked. I was like, there were some people that were a little like nervous or like skeptical of like what it may be, but I was stoked. I'm like, this is some awesome news because now there's more opportunity for us to like get to the next level. And instead of us just like trying to get to the next level on our own, now we got a little aid in getting to the next level from the people, from like the people that we want to be wrestling. Like, like who wouldn't be excited about that?
Yep, you in a perfect position right now, especially with being a champ. Perfect position, bro. Don't lose that shit, bro.
That's why just day in and day out, just grinding, man. Grinding.
keep those reels going. Because that's how people get found. That's people in LFG and stuff. I'm watching this LFG and a lot of the people that came through, they seen it, they watched, they followed these people. It wasn't about the numbers of followers. It was about the content and what they was putting in their content that showed off their talent. Because they want talent first and foremost. They can work on your followers and stuff, but you got to have that talent. If you don't got talent, they don't want you. And
looks like to me it looked like if you open your mouth and people want to like listen, that's the you know what I'm saying? Like that's the ultimate goal. Like if you cut a promo and you're believable, sky's the limit for real.
No, absolutely. That's one of the main things of being like a professional wrestler. Like everybody thinks is like getting in the ring, and if he's good inside the ring, he or she is good inside the ring. That's not the only thing. If you could talk well, you do promos, you got the physique, you good in the ring, it's like being a well-rounded athlete, a well-rounded professional wrestler. Like that's what professional wrestling is. It's not just what you do inside the ring. It's also what you do outside the ring.
I still don't know why Rusev is back in the WWE. I mean,
listen, I don't know why either.
Where is his talent at? I don't know what the hell.
I'm happy about it. My boy is back. Rusev Day is back.
Rusev. Where is the talent in that dude? I don't know. We're not gonna talk about it raw yet, but damn.
Bro, I just want him and Sheamus to get back on the same page and like rekindle that tag team, bro. Like that was one of my which game was it? It was like I think it was like one of the first 2K series that they did. They had like Sheamus, Wade Barrett, I think it was Alberto Del Rio, and somebody else. It wasn't Rusev, but it was somebody else. It was like 4 dudes. It was like the League of Nations or something like that.
Yeah.
In the game, and then like a couple years later they did it in real life. I was like, that's what I'm talking about, man. That's tough. And in the game they had them like taking all the belts and everything. Had a WWE championship, heavyweight
Rusev was annoying as hell, bro. He was annoying, bro. When he first came out, like when he first was like this Russian, that it was just like, I mean, at WrestleMania he had one of the dopest entrances. He came out on a tank. That was fire.
Yeah, that was tough.
But I mean, outside of that, and because we almost was gonna get into the match from last night, because I almost got a little pissed off, when I thought Jey Uso was gonna lose, but damn it, for real. Real quick, bro, tell everybody how to look you up, how to find you, how to follow you, all your info.
Real simple and easy. Literally on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, all that. Shawn Knyte. SHAWNKNYTE.
KNYTE, Shawn Knyte. And you staying on with us when we discussing wrestling, right? We're discussing topics.
Yes, sir.
Kick it with us. All right, cool. Let's get right to it, man. Conventions and Indies, New England Fanfest, May 11, May 2nd on 2026. We will be there as a vendor. That's gonna be fire. I can't wait. There's so many people that's gonna be there right now. Did he announce any new ones?
We might have to have Shawn come through if he's free and come sit at the table, because we're gonna be podcasting live all day.
Yeah, so we're gonna be podcasting.
I'll try to put that invite
merch
out to all wrestlers in the area to come through that day to get their shine on. It helps promote them.
What day?
May 2nd?
It is May 2nd, 2026 in Attleboro. I mean, Seekonk.
Yeah. Seekonk, Mass.
New England Fan Fest 11. Joseph Bruin, it's his event. Access Entertainment. So.
Oh, that's a Saturday, yeah. As long as, if I ain't got no bookings, I can definitely see what I can do as far as pulling up. I have no problem with that.
Yeah. A lot of people will be coming into town. Diamond Dallas Page is already signed. The Headbangers are already coming through here. Who else was it? Who else is coming through?
What's the Warlord?
Harvey Whippleman. Yep. Powers of Pain.
Adam
Bomb is coming through. Yeah, it's gonna be crazy. Diamond Dallas Page is who I'm stoked about seeing. He said possible Sting. He said Sting maybe.
Sting, word.
If Sting is there, I'm sorry, I might have to get up from where we sit and go holler at him. Hey, I'm just keeping it a buck.
He's
like,
on his
real,
farewell
like,
tour too. So
yeah, I know he is. He's wrestling again though, isn't he? I could have swore I just seen him wrestling.
I guess so. Yeah.
Damn it, Sting. You got to chill, brother.
What wrestlers have you met in person?
Huh?
What wrestlers have you met in person?
I know.
Oh shit.
Who have you met in person?
I met too many. I mean, I was going to ECW when nobody was really going to ECW out here in Waltham at the Union Hall, and I got to meet a lot of the ECW wrestlers, and I got to meet back in the day when my dad used to take us wrestling. I met Andre the Giant, and it was
what?
This was a funny ass story because I grew up in the projects. My dad was bigger than life. My dad, as you saw pictures of my dad when he was younger, my dad was a big dude. My dad was intimidating, and my dad got us tickets to wrestling at Boston Garden, the old Boston Garden, to meet Morocco and those guys. And Andre the Giant had come out, and we had heard the stories about how he had got hit by a dude in a Volkswagen outside of the garden. He flipped the Volkswagen over, supposedly. He came out behind the scenes, and he saw my dad, and my dad went up and introduced us to him, and he shook my dad's hand, and it was the first time I ever saw somebody bigger than my dad. Because, when you see your dad, and your dad's this big dude, and your dad, this is the first time a dude come out, and I was like, whoa. And he shook my dad's hand, and his whole hand covered he was a big dude. He was a big dude, bro. But I was blessed to meet Andre the Giant. That's some crazy stuff right there. So
that is.
And then, I met Rhino. Who else, man? I met a couple people, not a lot.
I met NWO. I have pictures on my Facebook page with my son. We went down to meet NWO at the mall in New Bedford.
What, Scott?
I believe it was.
Oh, Scott Hall and Kevin Nash?
All three of them. Yeah, it was all three of them.
Right.
Hogan too?
6-pack. No, 6-pack. This was before Hogan. This was before Hogan made history.
I got your word.
I'm about to say, if you met Hogan, fuck that guy. Fuck Hogan, man. Hogan's a prick.
He must be an a-hole because nobody talks nice about him on their podcast. Every podcast out there, they just drag it. Even Undertaker was dragging him through the mud.
And then he got that commercial, bro. Like, nobody's drinking that fucking beer.
Bro, I just saw that yesterday. I was like, what?
Nobody's drinking that shit. Like, hey, Hogan, stop. Nobody wants that shit, bro. Nobody's drinking that
so hard.
He trying. Like, who's drinking that beer? Sinister's not even drinking that beer. Okay? He don't want none of that shit either. Nobody's drinking that damn beer. For real, I'm just honest.
That's why it's at Walmart. That's why it's at Walmart.
Nobody wants that shit. Every time I see it, bro, they had a big they had like a big thing that they did for. I wanted to kick that shit over. You hear me? When I seen it, because they got the picture of him and shit, and I don't care. Next time I see it, I might be like, "Can y'all move this shit? Take this down, because we don't want to see this shit." Okay, fuck Hogan. Okay. Shit. Sorry, I went on a Hogan rant, but I used to be a Hulkamaniac when I was a kid. You know what I'm saying? He was one of the reasons why I loved watching wrestling, and then to turn out to be the person that he is. Damn shame.
It's unfortunate, man.
Yeah. Damn shame, man. American Gladiators returns with some familiar faces. Wardlow, Kailey Latimer, a.k.a. Kamille. And then I did see Rick Boogs on there, right?
Yeah.
Rick Boogs.
Yep.
American Gladiators. So it's like an AEW, WWE collaboration? Is that what that is?
Well, Miz is the host, so I'm gonna tune in.
Miz is the host?
I'm gonna tune in because when I watched this whole thing about the old American Gladiator show and all the shit that went on behind the scenes in regards to injuries and how they were purposely trying to injure people that were competing,
Bro, American Gladiators, they used to try to.
They was having bets in the back on who was gonna injure who, and I'm like, yo,
I used to feel bad for them dudes.
I was younger watching that, and I was like, but now now you're like, oh shit, they were really trying to take these people.
Yeah, bro, the way they tackled them guys, even the females that was like Diesel, they be out there tackling them chicks. I used to be like, oh my goodness, like there's a few times where they had to stop because people were hurt.
Right. So Miz is probably going to be leaving for a little while from WWE because he's gonna do this show. So
he ain't doing nothing anyway. So
I mean,
Miz ain't doing nothing.
He lost our truth. So
yeah. Well,
he was mentoring my boy Carmelo Hayes. What you mean?
Yeah,
he was.
Yeah, I don't think Carmelo got his stuff going now.
And let's be real. Melo does miss. Let's keep it 1,000.
Oh, what you mean by
missing?
That?
Oh, come on, man. That's a Boston guy. Oh, see, you didn't start something.
Elaborate.
Nah, I like Melo, man. I wish they would put him in a position for him to like really win. For him to really, really come up. They keep putting him in these matches. They're not letting him win. Come on, Randy Orton didn't have to win that damn match. They could have let him win. He was about to win.
I feel like they got my boy cooking right now. Like they got him like doing what he needed to do before he gets to like the next transition in his career. You know what I mean?
So for me, what I feel like right now, I feel like he's at that transition point where they brought him up from NXT, but guess what? He's really not ready for prime time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I think he's learning. I think he's still learning, and I think that's kind of what that is.
He's one of them people that I feel like he been ready for prime time.
That's what I feel though. That's just what I think. I just think I think they want bigger for him.
If he was in AEW, he'd be a damn star like Swerve. I mean, I'm just being real. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like
that's debatable just because of how AEW like treats their stars.
That's facts.
Because there's a lot of people that have came up the big signed to AEW and they there for like a cool like month or so and you don't see them for a while.
Yeah, that's facts.
For a while. And Carmelo, like with WWE, since from NXT to now, my boy has been cooking. Like he's been having some like big matches.
He definitely had big matches for sure.
He's been doing his thing.
I just feel like they just didn't. I hope maybe they're going to be pushing him here. I want to see him at WrestleMania. You know what I'm saying? I want to see him on a super big stage. I know he's going to show out.
Not for sure. My boy's time is coming, and I will say I am a little biased. Literally, like right before he got signed, he wrestled my boy Kailey King over at XWA. This was back in like 2020, 2021.
Okay.
And literally, like backstage, he was talking to me and my partner Jay, and said that we was next. Like literally the next week, we were supposed to be wrestling him and one of his tag partners, but then he got signed, shipped out. So as far as like goals and everything, that's one of the goals that stick to the back of my mind too. Is like that's a match I need to have.
Word.
That's a match I'm going to have.
Yes, sir.
And it's funny when people get signed because I heard about it. I heard when people get signed, they go like radio silent for like 2-3 weeks, and people be texting them with no.
It's almost like they tell them to because they don't want you. Know
they do. That's exactly what happens when they get signed by WWE. They lock them down for 2 weeks because they want to go through this. They want to make sure their social media everything's correct. And I heard people go dark for like 2 weeks, or they talk to you and you know something's up. You know, they don't want to really talk about a lot of stuff. You know.
Yeah.
Yo, bro, I gotta let you go. All right.
Almost, you know how when you about to join a frat and like people be like what happened to? You ain't talking to nobody like that nigga just. Bro, you all right? Yeah, I just go to class. I'm going to class.
Cause you know you bubbling up and want to tell somebody, but you know you're bubbling up and you want to tell somebody you got signed to WWE, but because you just signed, you can't tell nobody.
Yeah, you can't say nothing.
You can't be on the phone long with somebody because you know you're gonna blow up and tell somebody, nigga, I got signed to WWE. So you gotta get off. Yo, I gotta go play this Call of Duty, bro.
Yeah. Bro, why you keep getting off the phone with me though, bro? I can't talk right now, bro. Britt Baker is rumored to be coming to WWE from AEW.
They can't keep losing people, bro. Mariah May is now in NXT, and she got a huge Mariah May. She got the big pop, bro. They can't keep losing these people.
Oh man. GCW, they announced Rise Up July 6th, event in Nashville. Oh, Shotzi went to GCW, huh?
Yep. Back.
Went back.
Well, she came from
yeah.
GCW.
She went back, yeah.
But she went back. They're coming here. I gotta go. I gotta see it because it's different. This whole wrestling without ropes is crazy.
Without ropes,
is crazy. I'm like, how the hell do you know where you are? Like the purpose of the ropes isn't just for show. The purpose of the ropes is to keep that action safe and within that side. So I'm like,
that's how you know these are rough matches, because they know you're not doing no high flying. It's a lot of smacks, a lot of slams, a lot of submissions. These
gritty, man.
Yeah.
What you say? You feel like it's gritty? Gritty?
Yeah. For sure.
Okay. Would you try that if you had the chance to do Imagine GCW? Would you do it?
Yeah, absolutely. When I went out to LA, I went out there and I was helping out with GCW and everything like that.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah, I've been around GCW a couple times. As far as like the whole wrestling in the ring without the ropes, like we literally when I started had training matches where I was trained by Paul Roma back in the 80s. Like he was like
Paul Roma.
He was like, don't touch the ropes. Y'all wrestle in the middle of the ring. Don't do anything on the ropes. We literally had matches like that. So it's like,
oh shit.
Paul Roma was a beast, bro. You watched any of his matches?
Me?
Yeah, Paul Roma was fire. Paul Roma was fire.
Power and Glory, 4 Horsemen.
Yeah, bro. Power and Glory was scary as shit. Him and Hercules.
Went crazy, man. Crazy.
Paul Roma was the man back in the day, bro.
Bro, he still is the man. He still be getting in that ring from time to time, moving and grooving.
Word. Paul Roma, he not on social media either, because I tried to look him up.
He is.
Oh,
he got an Instagram. He just got on TikTok recently, so he be posting up there.
I'm trying to get. We gotta reach out to Paul. We gotta try to get Paul on here. Straight up. We definitely gotta reach out to Paul.
Yeah, Pop's still out here, man. He's still doing his thing.
That's what's up. NWA, they announced NWA 77 in New York, August 16th. NWA, okay. And then TNA, Trick Williams, he's going to team up with AJ Francis and RC Navarro to battle Josh Briggs, Yoshi, what's his name? Anamura and Elijah.
Yoshi Inamura.
I'm gonna keep it 1,000. TNA, they hit and miss with me, bro. They good one week, then the next week it's like, yo. Now shout out to Trick, because Trick over there, he's trying to bring a different flavor to TNA. Plus, I feel like they didn't want to just have him over there in NXT just waiting around for the belt. So they gave him a belt in TNA. And he's over there trying to. I feel like he's trying to help them, because they need a few more people over there actually to help. So shout out Trick, man. WWE, Blake Monroe, Mariah May, she debuted on NXT. We talked about that. SmackDown might return to 2 hours. That'd be fire.
I liked it better at 2 hours, to be honest. I liked it better.
This 1 hour thing, I can't.
It's too much filler.
Listen. Yeah, bro. Yeah. And then the you don't even get a full hour with the commercials and it. Yeah, bro. Like, give us the 2 hours back, bro, because that was
Now we know why he lost. Now we know why he lost the belt.
Jey Uso loses to Gunther, who will finally face Goldberg, who I'm not even excited to watch that, because we know what's going to happen.
We predicted this match
in Atlanta. We said this. We said it's going to be in Atlanta.
Going to be the match. Yep, but Goldberg got hurt, And they still got to fulfill that contract that they signed with Goldberg. So now this makes sense as to why Jey Uso lost his belt. Because they have
love
to fulfill...
Goldberg, but did you see last night when he came out? He looked like he's still hurting.
Yeah.
When he did his kick, like with the pyro, he did his kick and then he started limping. I'm like, yo, are y'all really like? Come on, this ain't. He don't look like he's ready yet, and he's just older. Number one, but especially to be fighting Gunther's going to murder him. It's not even going to be. That match is going to be 5 to 7 minutes, maybe 5.
I don't even think it's going to be that.
and then like Goldberg last night, he kind of forgot his promo. He said, because what did he say? He said, I'm here to tell you that I'm going to kick your ass or something. And then he said, and then I'm going to tell you that you're next. He never used to say that. He used to just say you're next, period. It was none of that extra filler. It's like he forgot what he was going to say. And I was watching it, bro, and I was like, damn, Goldberg. Triple H got you out here looking crazy. I wouldn't even, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, listen, I know they want him to have his retirement match, but they're not going to make him win. You know what I'm saying? Now, what if they did, though? Wouldn't that be crazy?
If they made him win, that'd be insane. I don't think anybody wants to see that, but
Gunther be mad as hell.
I feel like this is a setup to set up his son because his son is playing football for Dion. He's out there, Colorado.
Yeah.
His son has a WWE NIL contract. So I feel like all this really is to start filtering his son into this because if his son doesn't go pro, his son's going to be coming to the WWE. I'm hearing his son's going to go pro because his son, they're saying, is one of the top prospects that made it into.
Oh yeah, he's a beast. He's a beast.
So, yeah.
Either way, he's straight. I feel like they're using this to kind of set up for Seth to come get the belt easily. I think he's gonna cash in his Money in the Bank and get the belt real quick, like at this. That's what I believe, because that's what Gunther was talking about before Goldberg came out. He's talking about Seth. So I think that's gonna happen. Oscar came back. We love Oscar.
What a pop!
We love Oscar. Shout out to Oscar. She had that injury, that torn ACL and meniscus.
Yeah, and then she came back. She had a stalker issue too, a bad stalker issue. I'm sure she's carrying. I wouldn't be surprised if she's carrying.
Yeah,
you know. Or
yeah, I'd stalk her too if I was single. Stalk her after.
I don't know. I see some pictures of Kairi Sane in a bikini with Io. They were in Colorado or something last week, and Kairi Sane was none of that crazy makeup and stuff. And I was like, yo, Kairi Sane.
Stalk her, stalk Bailey. Did you see Bailey last night with the purple hair?
See, Bailey, like I said, sometimes Bailey comes out and she don't look good, bro. But then sometimes Bailey comes out and I'm like, yo, okay, Bailey. That night was the night she came back and she punched Becky in the face. She looked good. But then last night,
but you didn't like her last night.
I didn't like her last night.
I don't know why. She had on. She was dressed regular, like she had no. That's what it is. You like her to be in like some super revealing stuff. Is that what you like?
No, not really. Like last week when Rhea Ripley came out and Rhea Ripley had
that's
on.
That's his girl, bro. Rhea Ripley is his girl.
Rhea Ripley had on these tight jeans and a crop top. She had a crop top and tight jeans with the midsection showing.
Look,
bro, I was drooling, bro. I was watching the TV like I was like Homer Simpson, bro. She wasn't even in the wrestling attire.
He said Homer Simpson.
Yo, Rhea Ripley is just she's crazy, bro.
He said I was like crazy. Homer Simpson. She's
done. Crazy. She's always been on point, even when she was in NXT with the blonde hair. Rhea Ripley's always been on point.
She okay. We're not gonna. That's your girl. Rhea Ripley's your girl. All right. Real quick, let's talk about the injury last night. I thought it was a work, and then I was like, damn, it's not a work.
No, it wasn't. It
was,
wasn't. Nope.
Liv Morgan dislocated her shoulder.
When she rolled out,
it wasn't even a crazy move.
Well, I think what it was is, so you're supposed to put them arms out when you. Correct me if I'm wrong,
forward,
Sean.
Yeah, and fell forward.
I think she came down too fast and she couldn't catch herself and hit the mat correctly, and her arm was like this,
out.
and you saw it. And when what's her name went to grab her, and she rolled, I'm like, something's wrong. Something ain't right. She's rolling, and even the ref was
went
like,
to commercial.
Up. Yeah, she was. But that's a big one because she had a big storyline going on. They were about to bring Nikki Bella back to take her on. And that was probably going to happen at Evolution. Now that's not going to happen because they're talking about 4 months for her. They're talking 4 to 6. So she probably had to go for surgery. So she's a wrap.
Because that's what you should do when that shoulder pop once. Get that surgery because if not, it's going to pop.
Yeah. That was scary. That was just. And here's the thing, we've been seeing this, and here's the weird thing. Here's the weird thing about this. They opened up Raw last night, and they came out and they was like, they cut that whole promo about it's all about you tonight, And then all of a sudden it ended up being all. I mean, Sean, you're in the ring, one split second, and that's it. That's like you just said. You suffered a concussion. We seen what's her name? Zoe Stark mistimed her jump off the top rope, and she.
Oh man, that was just bad.
It's all it takes.
That was crazy. A bad injury, man.
Like you said, like it would be literally off of like something that you practiced a million times. Like it's been a couple like leapfrogs I've seen people get injured on, like simple stuff.
Yeah.
Not even the dangerous stuff.
Twist the ankle. Yeah.
It's funny because it does seem like it's always sometimes the simple stuff. It's never the real, like Bronson Reed. When Bronson Reed broke both his ankles, he was coming up the top, and all that was because he didn't get his legs out in time.
His momentum.
Yeah, exactly. It was just something as simple as that, and put him out for months. So.
And Bronson Reed is a freaking. Did you see that the splash last night? He's a freaking.
I don't know how the hell anybody could. I'm sorry.
I would be out.
I wouldn't want to be on injury reserve. I'm sorry.
If he what's it called? What's his move called?
The tsunami splash.
The tsunami. If I got tsunami'd, I would miss probably 4 weeks of podcasting. For real. I'm just keeping it a buck. I don't care how, even if he didn't do it like to hurt, because he don't do it to hurt. Like he's a professional, but it looked like it hurt like geez.
Nah, that's a big boy, man.
Nah, for real. He come off the top. Just think if Roman didn't get moved out the way, like on accident, like he didn't move out the way in time.
GG's for Roman. GG's
in the chat. Facts.
And
GG's.
going back to Asuka, I'm surprised they gave her that win over Stephanie Vecchia, because I thought Stephanie Vecchia was getting that win.
Nah, Asuka has been their moneymaker for a long time.
You're right.
And she's gonna get the belt back at some point, or a belt. So will Stephanie. Stephanie will get a belt too. But Asuka's gonna get one of those belts. I wouldn't be surprised if she gets it from Tiffy. To be honest with you,
that'd be a cool little match.
Yeah, her and Tiffy. Yeah, because Asuka's been a beast, man, and she's paid her dues. I think they want to probably get her like one more title run because she's older, so they want to get her like one more title run.
Yeah, I didn't realize she was that old.
Yeah, they want to get her one more title run, and then she'll go off into the sunset. She's already one of the greatest Japanese female wrestlers of all time. So, period. Great, man. Well, great show tonight, man. Sean, man, thank you for coming out tonight, bro. Coming on with us, chopping it up. About wrestling one more time, bro. Give everybody your socials.
Once again, Shawn Knyte on everything. SHWNKNYTE.
For sure. Make sure y'all hit up Shawn, you know what I'm saying? Go follow him, subscribe, like everything, show him love, and watch out for, you know what I mean, things that he has coming up that if you're in the area, go check him out.
Absolutely. Going to be doing a lot of traveling this year, so come out, support, enjoy the show.
No doubt. For my man Sinista1, I'm Lito. This is Turnbuckles and Spilt podcast, and we are out. Y'all be easy. Peace.
Me in vantage points, so I can't abandon joints. Gotta grab the coins, pay me wickedly. Superman of Thor, who am I? Haters mimic me, and they fans cheer him on with their capabilities. Wow, double entendre, crazy lyrically. Had to read a page in Timothy to take you seriously, cause I ain't scared, I ain't got no fear, baby, get with me. Open doors for the people, you can say it's chivalry. I drop bombs, it'll be a day in infamy, mainly cause all my ops feeling painful instantly. Stay for sympathy, not me, creating imagery that everybody you like, I made a simile. Facts.